This video goes over how to read your homeowner's policy with examples of declarations pages from different carriers. Dwelling fire and renter's insurances are included in this video as well. The first thing is to find your declarations pages. The policy definitions and endorsements are dense paragraphs that go into detail about the coverages. But the majority of your information is going to be found on the declarations pages with a format that generally has more white space and will usually say declarations page on the top with the type of policy. You'll also find your name as the policyholder, the term dates, and the policy numbers somewhere at the top of the page. You should be able to find the location address before the coverages, which is especially helpful if you happen to own more than one home. As a general rule, in Utah, these types of policies cover for losses from fire, wind, and hail. But there are sometimes fire-only policies, and some allow you to add endorsements for flood or earthquake coverage. With a renter's policy, there are really just a few things to be concerned with: your personal property coverage and your liability coverage. The personal property coverage is for all of your personal belongings that you have at that location. If the limit won't cover what you have, talk to your agent about getting it adjusted. You may need to schedule some of your property, especially if you have collector's items, high-value art or jewelry, or expensive electronics that wouldn't be found in most other households. The liability coverage is to cover instances when you might cause damage or injury to others. Dog or animal bites are an example of something that fits in this. Or if you have a friend visiting and they trip over the dirty laundry you left on the floor and they break their nose, the liability coverage would be applicable. It's important to note that there is a medical limit which goes towards the medical care, and then there's the liability limit that is actually for defense costs. Other coverages added on by endorsement are valuable for a variety of scenarios, but may be more beneficial when you own the home. These may include water backup and equipment breakdown. You can look at those items individually and find more details in the policy forms, or ask your agent. A dwelling fire policy is for when you own a home that is rented out or vacant. For a dwelling fire policy, you generally won't see the personal property. But if you are renting a furnished home, that is something you will want included. It's important to let your insurance agent know the details of the usage of the home. For a dwelling fire policy, you want to look at the dwelling limit. This is the amount to rebuild the home. The other structures limit is for any sheds, detached garages, fences, or other structures on the property. Loss of use when the home is rented out would be for the time when a home is not rentable because of a covered loss. The deductible is the amount you will pay before the insurance kicks in to pay for the loss. You can increase the deductible to help lower the premium. The optional coverages and endorsements will vary depending on the carrier, but we recommend that you especially look for things like equipment breakdown, service line, and sewer backup. With a homeowner's policy, you'll be looking for all of those same things. Dwelling limit, for the rebuild of the home in case of a total loss, minus the deductible. Other structures for fences and sheds or gazebos, etc. Personal property for all of your contents. The loss of use and liability portions of the policy. And then, the optional coverages. You will want to be aware of the valuation type of your policy. It could be replacement cost, meaning that the limits are intended to replace the home or contents covered. Or it could be actual cash value, meaning that it will pay the depreciated or current market value amount. That's it for now. Check our other videos on how to read other types of policies. Be safe.